The year is 2010. You just got back home from a long day of school, a grueling day of 5th grade. You decide to wind yourself down by opening a bottle of water, maybe grabbing some Pop-Tarts. At this time, your diet isn't the healthiest diet in the world. Your parents are still at work and your older cousins are still at school. So that means you have the family computer all to yourself. You already know what's about to go down. You see, at that time, we didn't have Fortnite, Brain Rot, TikTok. All we had was web browser games. What happened to web browser games? I feel like no one plays web browser games anymore. And honestly, I don't even know why I even asked that question. I know the answer. Obviously, there are better forms of gaming out there, like your PlayStations, your PCs, even your mobile phones. But still, I feel like some of these games were way ahead of their time, like super ahead of their time, like Monkey Quest. If you know what Monkey Quest is, I fuck with you for life. Monkey Quest was so fire. There was so much you can do. There are different tribes you can join. You had the Chimfu, Sea Dragons, the O2 Mystics, and the Mech-Tech. Sea Dragons stand up. Sea Dragons stand the fuck. To make a long story short, the reason why Monkey Quest ended up shutting down was because the developers wanted to move towards more of a mobile game experience, which makes complete sense because web browser games aren't really too profitable, but damn, let a little kid have something, bro. My heart died the day Monkey Quest got shut down. There were so many different good web browser games out there, like the list goes on and on. But if you were out there playing IMVU, I know what you are. You're a freak. You're a super freak, actually. There was a good reason why our parents were telling us to stay off of that game. One, because older people would go on that game to attract children, and two, because they were making their Sims have intercourse, bro. A story I will never forget is when I was 10 years old and I walked into my cousin getting freaky with an IMVU character, bro. That was the only time in my life where I ever saw someone dry hump a computer screen, bro. Nobody was playing that game with regular intentions, bro. You all know what you were doing. Like, the game is literally considered a teen dating sim. Bro, you weren't playing that game just to play the game for fun, and you can admit that. It's okay, this is a safe space. Maybe not for you though. Getting away from the more freaky side of things, we have games that are normal, like Papa's Pizzeria. That was my shit. Y'all thought the bear was intense? Oh, hell no. Gordon Ramsay wouldn't even last a second behind my stoves, bro. Every single pizza, hot dog, ice cream, anything was cooked to perfection. And if that grade went down, and we got no tip, oh boy, I promise all my employees were getting fired. That's not even enough. Let me get one bad review, I'm burning the whole store down myself. Yeah, I take back what I said. This guy was definitely making money, bro. Do you know how many Papa's Pizzeria games there are? There are 17 different Papa's Pizzeria games. Yeah, there's just no way that Papa Louie was not seeing profit of some sort, especially because all of these games are $2 apps as well. Nah, he was making crazy money, bro. Besides the whole money laundering scheme, I am happy at the fact that Papa's Pizzeria is still around today, and you can still go play it on coolmath.com. The gameplay was super fire too. It had like 7-year-old me stressing about getting this pizza done on time. Like, that was like my biggest priority in school, is making sure these pizzas were done on time. I think it's also safe to say that Papa's Pizzeria was the original working sim. It was the original working a 9-to-5 sim before all this other garbage came around. It's definitely the most realistic one, teaching you that the customer is always right. Even though they came into the store with the mean face first, and when their pizza has one extra pepperoni on top of it, then I'm the bad guy. Okay, Pop Tropica. Oh my gosh. What y'all know about Pop Tropica, bro? Out of every game on this list that I'm going to cover, I promise you I have at least 100 times more hours in Pop Tropica. That was literally my shit, bro. It was one of the only games that my family computer wouldn't explode trying to run, so I played the fuck out of that game. What really got 10 years old me hooked on Pop Tropica was the fact that you could do so much in that game. All the islands, all the weapons, all the bosses, bro. It was literally infinite content. And at the time, I think Pop Tropica was still considered an educational game, and it definitely was. I was learning a lot from Pop Tropica. This may be a hot take, but Pop Tropica had some of the best collabs, even better than Fortnite. If we're being honest, Pop Tropica was the pioneers of collabs, like Percy Jackson, Big Nate, Bratz, like so many different crazy collabs. The reason why Pop Tropica shut down was because of the great Adobe purge. Not only Pop Tropica, but a lot of these games I'm going to talk about also shut down for the same exact reason. The way that a lot of our favorite childhood web browser games were able to be played was through Adobe Flash. And when it shut down in 2020, it caused a lot of problems, which I'll have to save for part 2. So if you want a part 2, please let me know. Peace, I'm out, and don't die. Don't die.